Bantamweight bout. Irene Aldana coming in at minus 190 against Karol Rosa, sitting at plus 160. Over under 2.5 rounds, minus 350 for the over, plus 250 for the under. Irene Aldana, first fight back after the brutality of a beating that she took by Amanda Nunes. But, you know, she's getting a bit much bigger jump down in competition here against Karol Rosa, who's 28 years of age. So she's 7 years younger than Irene Aldana. She's also 3-2 in her last 5. But Aldana, she's been around for a while. I mean, she's fought a lot of good girls. Karol Rosa probably can't say as much as the same as Irene Aldana. She's never been in a title fight. But it's an interesting fight. I mean, the line isn't too wide. Karol Rosa coming off the win to, what's her name?
Yana Santos.
Yeah, Yana Santos, which is like, it's not like something I could really get behind. Before that, she had a loss to Norma Dumont and then a win over Lena Landsberg. So it's like, once you get past the like top 3 or 4 in the women's bantamweight division, I think it drops off pretty quickly. So these are tough fights to really gauge because, you know, Irene Aldana had a really bad performance against Amanda Nunes, but that's Amanda Nunes. And she's coming in here as a favorite, but not too big. Definitely a step down in competition. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's interesting to look at, you know, Karol Rosa here. Wins over Yana Santos in a split decision. I mean, it was a split fight. It was close. She was outstruck in significant strikes by 30 significant strikes in that one. And Rosa just had one takedown, and the judges gave it to her by split. But before that, I mean, Yana Santos has lost to Holly Holm and Irene Aldana. So I don't know. I look at Karol Rosa and I look at the Norma Dumont fight where she didn't really have an urgency to separate herself from Norma Dumont and really get the striking going. And it just made for kind of a stalemate of a fight. And against Irene Aldana, if she can't get her down to the ground and they're going to stand and trade shots, I do think Aldana is going to be the better striker, even though, like you said, she went in there against Amanda Nunes and got her ass beat. She looked hesitant, looked like the moment was too big, but she's a better fighter than what she displayed. And this is, you know, she's coming off that loss. I think she bounces back well against a girl like Karol Rosa. I mean, you look at the skill difference between her last fight in Nunes and this one coming up at 296, and it's miles and miles long between the skills of each of those girls. So, yeah, overall, I think Irene Aldana does walk away with it. She's got a 75% takedown defense if Karol Rosa does try to take the fight there. And at range, she's 5'9", fighting Rosa, who's 5'5". She's got a 1-inch reach advantage. She's a slicker striker, in my opinion. She's going to be harder to deal with. And volume-wise, she's going to land a little bit more as well, if I'm looking at the right thing. No, actually, sorry, Karol Rosa will land more volume, but both girls, you know, get hit a fair amount as well. Overall, though, I mean, give me Irene Aldana. I don't think I'm playing this fight at chalk in women's MMA by any means, but I do think the level of competition and the skill gap is just going to go to Aldana.
Yeah, I mean, Aldana will be the pick for me too. I mean, that fight with Nunes, it just looked like she was scared to engage in anything on the feet, and then she'd get taken down and she'd take some damage there. And it just really wasn't a fight where she could get going. Like, it wasn't really a fight where I don't think she ever really got going. On the feet, she does have some good boxing. That's really where she does her work. I mean, as of recently, she's been getting taken down a good amount, which kind of scares me. If you're going to bet the chalk on her. Karol Rosa doesn't really impress me when I watch her fight. I mean, she's not super high volume. She does have some decent power. She knocked down Norma Dumont, but after that, I mean, she doesn't really have like a killer mentality. Like, she will hit you, but I mean, she's not really going to do much after that. She used her wrestling a lot against Lena Landsberg to pick up the win there. And the fight against Yana Santos, she looked pretty slow. And I think Irene Aldana should be able to stay to the outside, use her boxing, and pick up a win here. So she'll be the pick for me.